A big complaint I've noticed about Monster Hunter World is the lack of the need to use the Gathering Hub, that the social aspect of the game is absent. I know Capcom recently corrected this with a patch update, giving us the option to return to the Gathering Hub after each quest. They also gave us the Cove to Roth Siege, which can only be initiated and joined up at the Gathering Hub. Other than that, there still really isn't a need to be there. Of course, it would be simpler if Capcom made it a one-stop shop by including the workshop. However, I propose something much more fun. They have 2 tables at the top of the Gathering Hub. Aside from the gestures we can perform at the table and the arm wrestling barrel, there isn't much else going on there. Wouldn't it be grand if they gave us a card game to play up there? Of course, they could do something as simple as poker, but I'm thinking of something more along the lines of a collectible card game, like Magic the Gathering, Pokemon, or Yu-Gi-Oh! They could create an original game from scratch, but what I'd really like to see is them work with Square Enix and give us Triple Triad, the card game that was introduced in Final Fantasy VIII. With the release of the Behemoth upon us, I think this is totally doable. I won't go into the details of how the game is played, but I will tell you that I used to play Final Fantasy VIII just to play Triple Triad. They could add cards to the rewards at the end of each hunt, change the pictures of the cards to those of the monsters, and we could build decks and play against our friends. I bet people would start hanging out in the Gathering Hub for sure. Thank you for watching this R202 Rewind. That was number 7 of our old video, 8 things we'd like to see in Monster Hunter World, released 3 years ago, July 2nd, 2018. I decided to re-release this segment for 2 reasons. The first is because the view duration of the original video on average is just under 2 minutes, if I'm reading this right. And this segment appears just after the 6-minute mark, which means most people miss this part of the video. Thus, the creation of R202 Rewind. We may re-release segments of older videos in the future under the R202 Rewind label. The second reason is because I believe this was another missed opportunity by Capcom, making this the 4th episode of Missed Opportunities in Monster Hunter World. While at the time I would have loved to have seen a Monster Hunter version of Triple Triad, I sincerely believe that a minigame, and I would have preferred a collectible card game, that we could play at the tables in the Gathering Hub would definitely add more layers to our favorite game, on top of the gestures they've recycled for generations. And that's it. If you agree with me, help me get this message to Capcom and share this around. And until next time, again, thanks for watching and thanks for subscribing.